your face. All the time they wanna take your place, the backstabbers.
It's a good song choice for this segment, indeed. We all love to believe our circle is full of ride or die friends, right? But sometimes those closest to us aren't cheering you on. They're secretly rooting for your downfall. And today we're joined by licensed therapist Shanta Jackson, also known as the Homegirl Therapist, to help us recognize the subtle signs of a frenemy and what to do if one's hiding in your friend group. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk frenemy.
Ooh, how would you define a frenemy, and what are some common signs that tell us that we have a frenemy?
So like defining a frenemy is basically a person or a friend who pretends to be a friend but secretly acts like as a rival. They're in competition with you with all the things that you do, right? And some signs are they talk about you behind your back. They are inconsistent with their support, so they only show up when it benefits them. They criticize and they judge, or they engage in like passive aggressive behavior. So they give you those backhanded compliments, undermining you, all of that.
I don't even like listening to it. I don't even want to talk about it. So how can we identify if we are the frenemy?
Yes, so when you hear good news, right, you go into competition instead of celebrating them. You criticize more than you uplift. You secretly like enjoy their struggles, and you share their business without consent. So you back there gossiping and talking about them too, and that's a thing.
And it is
It's
a
a
thing.
thing.
It's also a thing when they gossip, and then they start making up their own story
The
within the
whole
gossip.
narrative.
So now the gossip ain't even gossip, it's just
not even
lies.
true.
It's just
It's not
lies.
true.
So I'm sure some people are thinking, I'm just giving honest feedback. How can you know if someone is just an honest friend or if they actually are just trying to low-key sabotage you?
How do you feel after you receive that feedback? Do I feel encouraged? Do I feel motivated? Or do I feel discouraged or belittled, right? Do they know what I'm trying to do, and have they done it themselves? And they're just offering this information that really doesn't apply, right? And so that's how you can figure that part out.
You know what? I like that. That is actually, check how you feel. Check how you feel. Check yourself.
Okay.
I like that.
Yes.
Now, if a frenemy or love-hate relationship goes unchecked, how can that affect us long term?
So those usually drain us emotionally. It is a lot to deal with that. They also help us, they create doubt within ourselves and our self-worth. And then they block other healthy relationships because I'm so focused and enthralled in what we have going on that I can't even focus on the people who are actually supporting me.
Now let me ask you this, because I feel like a lot of the times when you're in this deep relationship and you feel like this is happening with your friend, you kind of have some time under your belt, you maybe have a little history under your belt.
Absolutely.
Do you think these friendships are ones that can actually be repaired, or is it easier to just say, listen, I'm gonna let it go? The only thing about that is it's hard to find friends as an adult.
True, that's a whole nother segment.
It's a whole nother
So with that, anything can be repaired, but it takes both parties to want to do that. But if you're in a space where you're like, I'm growing and I don't see this working out for us, be okay with letting that go. Growth sometimes isn't mutual.
You know, exactly. You can't take everybody with you everywhere.
Girl, you can't drag them up that hill,
Listen,
okay?
we are preaching this morning. What would you say is the best method for handling a frenemy as far as having that conversation when you sit them down? Obviously, we don't want to make them feel attacked.
Right.
That's how they get defensive.
Absolutely. One, you have to be clear on what it is that you want to portray. What conversations do you want to have? What do you need from this friend? You also have to use those I statements, okay? So we don't place blame, but we're saying, I feel like when you do this, it makes me feel X, Y, and Z, right? And then the last thing is having the conversation with them and being okay with whatever reaction that they have.
Yeah, okay.
That's a big
Being
one.
open to that, that's a big one.
Being
Because
okay
listen, if
with
you don't
that.
respond the way I think you're gonna respond, I'm having to too.
And sometimes when they don't respond in the way that we want them to respond, that's your answer too.
You really are a therapist. You really are a therapist. If someone wants to find more information from you, or you know what, they want a little therapy from you, where can they find you?
So you can find me at my website at www.thehomegirltherapist.com and on all social media platforms at The Homegirl Therapist.
We're gonna keep talking.
Yes, girl.
We're gonna be off camera, off TV.
Right?
Thanks so
I got
much for
you.
joining us.
Thank you.